Hello friends, welcome back to Winnie's Recipes, and today we are going to be making something magical. The word is magical. I'm going to share with you exactly what we're doing. This is a beautiful healthy snack. I'm going to show you exactly what it is. We call this Acara. This is originates from Nigeria in West Africa. I understand that this also has its origin from Brazil as well. So here we go. Let me show you. We have some brown beans here. This is a very simple dish. This is brown beans. Now what I did is I put my brown beans, soaked it up in just mildly hot water, not really hot, just for 2 minutes, and within 3 minutes I wash off the skins off of these beans. It's that simple. Within 2 minutes of soaking it in some kind of mildly hot water, I wash out the skin off of these beans. These beans are from the same family as your black eyed pea, so you can use black eyed pea for this. You can see what the bean looks like. So it has the eye just like your black eye. You would get this in a local African grocery in your area. Once I got rid of the skin, we don't use the skin on this recipe, so that ends up leaving me with the beans with the skins washed off, and you can see that right there. And now I'm going to blend this to a really nice smooth paste. I'm going to use a habanero right here. I'm going to be using my very thinly diced onions, which I've already diced. This is your Vidalia sweet onions, diced. And for the beans, I would be using 2 cups, which I already got a majority of my beans pre-washed. Now I'm going to blend this in a blender, just like so. Now be careful not to get the unwashed beans. And there you see a bowl. And whenever I wash this, you can do this and then let it sit for hours, just so that your beans can actually swell. I think that's the word. You let it sit and swell, because that really makes it easier to blend. You're going to notice that I would not be adding anything else but what I just showed you. And also there's a rule to this. I'm going to tell you what this is. The rule is you must not blend your onions together with your beans. That's the rule. Because if you notice the consistency, and I will explain this to you when we get to the very end, you notice that the consistency of chopped onions, blended onions, is going to water down the bean paste that you're going to be building up from this blend. It will water it down, and when that happens, you will not get the same end result. So we have it's a little rule. It's not a big deal. Just do not blend your beans with your chopped onions. Onions must stay separate. I'm going to just cut this up a little bit, and I will throw it in with the beans. Okay, like so. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of water, because think about it, you need something to help break it down once it starts to blend. So I'm going to say maybe this was a 1/3 cup of water. I may need to add more. We'll see how that goes. You just kind of play it by ear. When you start and you feel that it's not really coming together, a little more water, just so that we can get a nice smooth paste from this. So I'm going straight to my blender. And once this is blended, I'll be right back, and I'm going to show you a beautiful paste that came from the blending of the beans with the habanero pepper. Here. Alright, we're back with the thoroughly blended bean paste. Remember, we had that one habanero, and I used pretty much like a half of this cup, and I added that to the bean in order to blend it. I haven't put any seasonings or anything to this. I'm going to show you exactly how my bean paste turned out. Now, it was important, like I told you, that we would not add the chopped onions. You can, if you notice, my chopped onions is still sitting here ready and waiting. And there we go. I'm going to scoop this bean paste. There was already a blended portion in the bowl. Now I'm going to scoop all of this bean paste into this bowl. Doesn't that look just gorgeous and beautifully? You would never have known you could do this. And that's why I said this is a very healthy meal. So watch as I scoop. Now you may ask, what am I doing with this? So we're going to fry this. This is a beautiful, you can use this for your parties as a healthy snack. You can have this for breakfast. You can, and I will show you exactly how we would eat it. So there we go. I got all my bean paste out. I love the color of this. Now, you might think that with that one whole habanero that it's going to be very hot. It's just going to be medium, if you ask me, medium spice in terms of. There we go. I love how smooth the paste turns out. Okay, so now we have a smooth paste, and this is all bean. It started looking like this. We washed the skins, and then we got it to look exactly like this. Very quick, very easy. Okay? That's your consistency. So, I'm going to fry this bean paste. I've got my oil already boiling and ready. Now, before I do, add a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt, just for taste. Do you notice what I'm doing? I'm scooping a portion that I want to fry. That's one of the rules. Now, why am I scooping a portion and not scooping straight out of that? Adding some salt while this is sitting. Some salt for seasoning. Some of my chopped onions, just take a pinch. Why do I choose to add the onion at this point? So that it does not destroy or water down your paste. You don't want this to water down, because if you put it all in together, you would have a paste that will not form into a ball when you fry it. So my onions pretty much comes in at the end, and I'm going to put a little bit of salt for taste. You don't want to salt it from the get-go, because if you do, you'll get the same thing. The salt will water down your paste. There we go. So this comes in right at the very end. Now there are folks who would just pretty much dice their habanero. They would not blend it. I just love to blend mine. You can choose to do either way. And I believe I got my all ready. Here we go. I'm going to drop any flour in this mix. Take note, there's no flour, there's no starch, there's nothing. It's just your bean paste. There we go. Now notice as this bean paste is frying, I love this. This is healthy. This is so have any flour here. Once again, this is a local. You can, there you go. Do you see what's going on? If you had ground your onions paste, you would not get this. You will get more of a flat fry, which you will not get a bean ball at the end of the day. There we go. And even while this is frying, I'm gonna quickly mix up my next batch. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing this in batches. If you've ever been to Africa, and I hear also in Brazil, you would see women hawking this particular food because that's how cheap it is and how healthy it is. You will see them hawking it on the street side. They light their fire, they set up their cooking, and they literally cook this, fry this, and it smells awesome. It smells awesome. See how good and how well this is frying? We're back with the last batch. This looks just beautiful. Do you see how lovely that color turned out? Now, once again, I did use the word magical. That's for a good reason. Do you see what happened? Who would have thought that there is no flour in this? This has no flour whatsoever. So I'm scooping out my last batch, and I feel so proud of the way this turned out. And now I'm going to turn that off. So we have us right here a batch of fried bean balls or fried Acara. So I have two batches that I had fried here. They're still pretty hot. And I'm going to tell you exactly what we do with this. So here you are. Oh yeah, that's hot. And as I place this on the bowl, on the plate, oh, I can't wait to dig into this. It smells so good in here. Trust me. Alright, so I have here also on this bowl. Now if you have a party of friends, or like I said, you can use this as finger food. It comes in, it is the healthiest thing. You can binge on this, trust me. Alright, I have my bean balls. I'm serving this with a little bowl of salsa. If you live in Texas, wherever part of the world you are, you can come up with a dip. I have this with salsa, and I don't mind if I do dig in. I cannot wait to dig in. Now if you have a party of people, no double dipping here. So let's do this. I want to show you what this looks like. Let's put this right here, and do you see that? Oh, it's steaming hot. We don't have any flour in this. Look at here. Good. I want you to try this. Thank you for watching Winnie's Recipes today. Until next time, enjoy.